Wow, TDS. Look how far you have come. From initially being a school project to one of Roblox's biggest games, Tower Defense Simulator has lit the fire for TD-like games. And even old replicas of TDS have emerged, including RetroTS, TDS Legacy, TDS Universal, TDS Ascended, and just so much more. The list goes on and on. People have even started to make their own versions of TDS like TDS Reimagined and TDS Reanimated. Unfortunately, some old TDS games die really quick, or just get discontinued due to mental health problems or other types of reasons. But let's go down the list and discuss which is the best old TDS game. Starting off with the first ever old TDS game, TDS Legacy. TDS Legacy has 3 eras you can choose from, including Smaller Equals Bigger, which includes the Pursuit, Spring 2020, which includes the Swarmer, and Christmas 2019, which includes the Frost Blaster. And it seems like a bunch of content, right? Haha, the game's dead. But TDS Legacy still has an update soon, coming with a live event and hardcore beta, as progress is apparently ramping up in their Discord server. But moving on to RetroTS, one of, if not the biggest old TDS game. RetroTS updates from time to time, and it stands right now with nearly 100 players just because of a couple updates. They don't even have eras to choose from, and yet it is still the biggest old TDS game. But it does have a ton of new updates scheduled in the future, so it's nowhere near dead. But let's jump ahead to Vintage TDS. Vintage TDS has a bigger selection of eras you can choose from, which includes the Area 51 event, which rewards the Commando, Halloween 2019, which rewards the Shredder, Christmas 2019, which rewards the Frost Blaster, Spring 2020, which rewards the Swarmer, and the New Beginning era, which is the Mega Update. This game is dead, on a different level, but the people behind Vintage TDS also made Blocktail Tower Defense and Ground Zero. I did make a couple videos on those if you want to watch those. You just gotta search through my channel to watch those. And fun fact about Vintage TDS, the game was stolen by the modded community, and the modded community that stole it has 1/3 the visits of the actual Vintage TDS, which is just really sad. Remember some games I said earlier in the video, like TDS Reimagined and TDS Reanimated? Well, we're going to sidetrack really quick and talk about those two games. Reanimated is a recreation of TDS while having different ideas, features, and much more unique stuff. Reimagined is also the same stuff, but instead they are slowly evolving with better animation, quality of life, and game developing as a whole. They have a pretty big team and they pump out updates every week or so. But let's get back on track. TDS Core is the most accurate old TDS game as it uses literal server code from Halloween 2020 and Frost Invasion. And my friend alxr made a video on TDS Core. Video will be in the description and you should go subscribe to him too. But moving on to TDS Time Machine, which is right now is trying to recreate Krampus Revenge from 2023, which looks highly unfinished, and I don't think it will be continued as it was updated 1 month ago. But the next game is TDS Deluxe doesn't have an era selection, but it's recreating the Overhaul era, and in case you didn't know, it's also stolen from the modder community, but it's just so inaccurate and trash, no offense, that it's just buried to the ground, and since nobody, and I mean nobody, plays TDS Deluxe modded anymore. TDS Reborn, if I'm not mistaken, has stolen files in the game, but attempted to recreate 4 eras: Hardcore, Hardcore Beta, Halloween 2020, and Frost Invasion. But the game was also dead anyways, and I've never even heard of it until the creator of TDS Universal told me about it on Discord. TDS Reboot is a game that is still in development, and I actually used to be a content creator for it until I decided to leave since I don't play Reboot or really do anything in that server anymore. But moving on to one of my personal favorites. TDS Ascended also has a pretty big variety of eras to choose from too, going back as far as Season of Love 2022, Solar Eclipse 2021, and Lunar Overture. That's right, Lunar Overture. But this game is dying since Roblox took down the original TDS Ascended, which basically took away everyone's data, and a lot of people quit, me included. But moving on to the final OTDS game, and another one of my personal favorites. I have made a ton of content on TDSU and streamed it too. Also, I'm not too OG since I only started playing in January. Let's push that aside though. Sorry, my nose is really stuffy. Yeah, please cut that out.
Thank you.
We're going to focus on the key parts of TDSU. It has 13 eras, 13, I counted them by the way, but some of them are either dead, filler, or just closed for reworks. The most recent update they released was the smaller equals bigger update, and they've also reworked all of the overhaul eras and are continuing to rework them if I'm not mistaken. So, I've gone through all those games, and it's time to come to the conclusion. What is the best old TDS game? This answer is mainly an opinion because it can mean anything. Its content, its replayability, its unique features, etc, etc. But if we are basing it off of content, TDS Universal wins. Replayability, well, really matters on your attention span. I would say TDS Universal since there are a ton of eras to choose from, so if you get bored one time, you can choose to go to another era and play there. Or maybe you just want to relive the memories of the golden era of TDS, which people normally say is 2020. And I would say TDSU takes the hat for that too, because it has Valentine's 2020, which is closed for rework, Spring 2020, smaller equals bigger, and maybe Spring Rising. But for me personally, I think the end of summer 2022 was really good because that's what got me into TDS. It was a pretty good battle pass, had a good special game mode, but the unique features, TDSU doesn't really have any. TDS Ascended had a special April Fool's, but you can't replay it. TDS Legacy doesn't have any, but RetroTS does. They have a new hardcore mode, PvP, special towers that are not available to the public yet, and other unique stuff. But what do you think the best old TDS game is? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Join my Discord link in the description, and please like and subscribe for more content like this. Hey, wait, is that Ontario?
Hey guys, it's me. I'm gonna record a video. I'm gonna record a video on TDSU. Yeah. Get away! Where am I? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Where am I? Who are you? Who are you? Where am I?
Hello, Ontario. Let's have a chat, shall we?